whether you think that the 6th Money Laundering Directive and the second Economic Crime Bill in the UK will have the desired impact. The 6th ML Directive had a number of objectives, and one was to make the approach across the EU jurisdictions more consistent in terms of which offences are considered predicate to money laundering. And something that the directive, I think, achieved is in regards to offences such as human trafficking and slavery in all its forms, environmental crimes. It made sure that no financial institutions has the excuse that it's not required from them to assess and manage this kind of risks. In the UK, we have the all crimes approach. So the UK was ahead of this legislative change in that sense, which is good. The other objective that the directive as well as the economic crime bills, both in fact in the UK have, is achieving more transparency. Now, I think transparency has improved over the years in ways it's not been adequate. Investigative journalists, NGOs, academia have been able to have brought up the issue. In the UK, we have faced a particular challenge because high-risk capital will look and has looked historically to settle in the UK. So from that perspective, the Companies House reform and property ownership reform has been slow. But I am hoping that the new powers Companies House will have will help. Whether I see the unwanted effects of regulatory changes recently or more historically, it's a very complex question, and I think that policy makers and practitioners as well have an enviable task to find the right balance and to consider the unintended consequences. And obviously one particular unintended effect that the Financial Action Task Force started looking into is financial exclusion. How can isolation of whole business sectors and countries impact? Will isolation mean that we may actually deter or even reverse positive developments that we have seen in terms of ethics and transparency? So that is something to consider. It's been a great mix of topics. In terms of my favorite part, it's probably very difficult to choose because every topic and every panel has brought to the conference an interesting angle and a variety of perspectives. I think the panel about the unintended consequences was particularly interesting for me, but all presentations and all speakers were fantastic.